Well, you did all right. All right. Um. Okay. Well, everybody out there in Radio Land, of course, just in case you're just tuning in, you're listening to the Throwback Thursdays program with Nikki, Clarke, and myself, Keith Harris. And
That's right. That's right. We're having a ball. I don't know. If you could see me dance in my chair right now, and I'm just really, I'm going crazy here.
I know, right? I look. So we've got a special guest in the building today. Of course, you want to let everybody know who that is and get this started out.
Absolutely. This lovely lady came into my life maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, or maybe even longer than that, maybe about a month. And I was connected to her by another lovely woman, Jill Andrews. So please, welcome Tracey Crosson. She is the founder of Curvilicious Canada. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Well, hey, Curvilicious Canada. I like the name of that.
Well, how I got the name is because plus size women are very curvy, and we're delicious. We're curvilicious, and we're from Canada.
That's how I put it all together, and it's perfect.
Exactly.
How long have you been doing this now, Tracey?
I had the idea probably about just a little over a year ago, because I decided that there's not very many places in Toronto where people can go to, and that we need events here. Like there is a couple here in Toronto, but I think that there should be more because they weren't having get-togethers as much as they should. They were only having them probably about every 3-4 months, and most of the people didn't even hear of them. So I figured, okay, well, let me see and get something together. And then I started with having a 4-day event, and then that we had to postpone until February, but we're all good. And so we are up and running for a two-day conference, February 13th and 14th.
Valentine's Day.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Yeah. 2015, and we're all hyped to do this, and we're all set, and we're just getting everything together, and we're promoting it and everything else.
Yeah. Sorry. I wanted to ask now. Like you said, that's on Valentine's Day, so that's pretty good. That's pretty amazing, right there. As a matter of fact, did you guys plan it like that, or did it just kind of happen and it ended up on Valentine's Day, or?
Well, I was looking for dates, and then I was thinking, well, when can I have it? Because I didn't want to, because we postponed it. I didn't want to have it too far later, because people will sit there and go, well, it's way too late. So I asked a date in February. Then I thought, well, we get a lot of snow in February, in January, and it's a lot colder than it is in February. It starts to warm up in February here. So I figured, okay. Then I asked the end of February, and they said, yeah, we do have that date. And I went, wait a minute, Valentine's Day. What's a better day to do it? And then we can sit there, and we can have fun, and we can have a dance, and we can enjoy ourselves with a nice buffet dinner and everything.
And I can meet my future husband there, hopefully.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. and it's going to be fun. We're selling 250 tickets total. And they're starting to sell. Everything is starting to sell. So there's going to be hopefully we sell out, and that's what we're hoping for after this promotion and stuff. That we sell out. Tickets are $99, and that's until December 13th. And then after that is $125. And then on Friday you get a dance on Friday night. And then on Saturday, we're looking at we're having the awesome Nikki Clarke come. If you happen to know her, I think we met at some point. Yeah. She's lovely.
I know, right?
And she's coming to do her talk show, and we're just gonna have a few guests. And it's going to be all all Canadian guests that we're having, and we got a musical guest as well. And it's gonna be fun. And then after that, the lovely Jill Andrew is gonna speak on self-esteem and bullying, and getting along with others in the community, in the same community, because that's been going on lately in the community as well here in Toronto, as well as all over the place, that other groups don't get along with other groups. So maybe hopefully that will help us all get along.
Yeah. Which groups are you referring to?
Different plus size groups. There's a whole bunch that I'm in contact with, and I know that maybe 3 or 4 just don't get along with everybody all over the U.S.
I mean, if you're on the same campaign, why wouldn't you get along with them?
Right.
That's the thing. People just don't get along with others.
And this is on the
Play
same.
nice in the sandbox together.
Yes, and some people are very nasty in the sandbox. And yes, and these are things that have been going on, and it's normal. It's normal. You get drama everywhere that you can think of, but hopefully we can get everybody getting along and stuff like that way. So hopefully
it's a love.
We have a lot of love to give, but some of them just put their hand up, don't know. And so
well, you even gotta love them.
Right.
all that nastiness, just let it go and just be happy. But I wanted to actually ask you something, Tracey, about size and media, the reflection of what is happening with how beauty is interpreted through the media's eyes. I know there's a shift happening, but there's still a little bit of size discrimination. Can you speak on that?
There's quite a bit of size discrimination everywhere you go. As for the media, I would say that stores usually have started it because they started with plus size starting at the size 12.
Okay.
I don't think size 12 is plus size. I think that's an average.
That's an average size. Marilyn Monroe was a size 12.
Really? I was just getting ready to ask that, cause sorry you guys, but I was just getting ready to ask that because I'm a guy, so I got kind of lost on that one right there. What? Yeah. What is a 12?
Marilyn Monroe.
What?
Was a size 12.
Yes. And then Adele, I would say she's probably about an 18 to 20. I would think.
Adele the singer. Okay, she's a size 18. Okay.
I would say she's about an 18. But stores usually started out with, size 12 is plus size. And it shouldn't be that way. Because I remember years ago when you would go into a plus size section and it would start at 18. So why is it now starting at 12 and not 18?
Okay.
So that's a message they're sending to women. That, wow.
Yeah.
They lowered the size.
Well, now let me.
Single digits is, I guess they think
the ideal.
Digits is normal, but there's a lot of plus size people out there.
The average woman is size 12 to 14.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so it would be safe to say, and I'm asking again from a man's perspective, just trying to learn. So I guess it would be safe to say that if a woman is in a 12, that she would not be considered plus size?
Well, according to stores, they're plus size, but according to me, I think, my personal opinion, it's size 18 and up, but that's just me and my view.
Okay.
Well, according to runway standards, size 10 is considered plus size. If you're in the double digits, you're plus size.
Oh,
they
wow.
have to be lower for runway standards.
Okay, yeah, so that is making it a narrow, okay.
And the average person is not. The average person is not that big, so it's the way that people believe that it is. And it shouldn't be that way because there is no standard on plus size and normal. And this is just
Right. Right.
So what is it that you want to embrace, or have women embrace and men embrace when they come to the 2-day conference? What do you want them to leave with?
Well, the whole point is, it's all about self-esteem, and that's what it's all about. It's how they are perceived, and a lot of plus size women and men have low self-esteem. I know myself. I have very high self-esteem that I can go up and talk to anybody.
Right.
But some of them are very shy. We get teased on the street. I can get going down the street and I'm called a fat cow. Some weight fatty. And
wow.
Yeah, that's just
and
insane.
Harassment, just walking down the street.
Right.
Exactly. But it doesn't bother me because I'm confident in my own skin. But some people will sit there and go, "Did you hear that? Like, didn't you hear that?" I said, "Yeah, it's nothing." "Why is it nothing?" "They just called you something." Because, sweetie, I can lose the pounds at any time, but they can never lose their ignorance.
That's what it is. Exactly.
It's ignorance on their part.
Right.
And that's what it is. And with the conference, we have that, and then we have everything else going on. And I want people to leave with a smile and enjoying themselves, and then they want to come back and do it again. And that's what it's all about, is having fun and dancing with friends where you feel accepted, and by men who like plus size women. And there's going to be some plus size men as well. There's some big handsome men that are going.
And you know what?
So it's not just women. So there's some big handsome men, and there's going to be some nice looking teddy bears that are going to be there.
And you know what? And you know what?
Exactly.
I was getting ready to say too now, and I don't want people out there to get it confused, and I'm sure they're not, because look, there are a lot of plus size. I don't even normally say plus size because I mean it's just a regular woman or a regular man. But look, there are there are a lot of people who are in love with people who have some extra pounds, and that goes for the men and the women. I see it all the time,
Yeah.
Oh, of course. And there's a lot of skinny men with plus size women, and there's a lot of skinny women with plus size men.
That's what I'm saying.
So but 20 years ago, it was unheard of. If you liked a bigger woman, like, that was taboo.
Yeah. Can I share a story with you?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I was dating this man last year, and he's a fitness guy, like bodybuilder, the whole thing, and he bought a sweater for me, a very expensive sweater, and he said that when you go on TV, wear things like this until you lose weight. I'm size 12.
No. Get out of here.
Yeah, Nikki, you're not that. You're curvy, but you're not plus size. I'm sorry. That's just an insult.
So I lost 200 pounds. I dropped him like a week later.
And oh my goodness. Like,
Hey, you know what?
That's the thing. Like, why was he with you to begin with? He knew what he was getting involved with.
Yes.
But to sit there and insult you like that when you're curvy, I don't consider you plus size.
I love my curves, and apparently some other people like it too. So
Right.
I just felt for the media, to prepare myself for success, I guess, in TV, I needed to go down to a double digit. That's what he was saying.
Well, you know what? I knew when you said that.
Wow.
I knew when you said that he said
Wow.
that he was in for something right then, saying that to you. So I'm not shocked that you dropped that 200, dropped him. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. That's all I have to say is wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And
But you know what? Go ahead.
It's all about feeling comfortable of yourself. As long as you feel comfortable, if people do that, you would sit there and go, you know what? I have the confidence to lead them. And that's what it is. Like, get rid of the zero and get yourself a hero. Like, if they're going to use you, that they shouldn't be in your life.
Yeah.
If they're going to put you down, they shouldn't be in your life. lot of women do keep them around, even though that their men or their spouse or their boyfriend, girlfriend put them down, but they're still with them. They think they can't get better.
Right.
Yeah, and that's an issue of self-esteem. And I'm so glad that, Jill Andrews is going to be addressing it because she's a powerful woman.
Oh, she is. She is. I have heard that woman talk, and you just sit there, listen, and take everything in because she's so good. And I tell you, after she speaks, it will be so remarkable of how we feel better about ourselves. Mm-hmm. And that's one thing that she will do because every time I talk to her, she makes me feel good. And
I need to be around people like that, definitely.
Yeah.
Exactly. And as well, she's a very well-known woman here in Toronto, and she's wonderful. Like when I met her, the first time I met her was at the I talked to her beforehand, but I met her officially at the Body Confidence Award, Canada Award. That was the same night that I met.
And that's when we connected. Exactly.
Yes, exactly. And when I seen her, she was just open her arms, give me a hug, girl, and just, and she is so good to network with. Like, I have met a whole bunch of people through her, and you are one of them. And it's unbelievable of how the plus size network in Toronto, everybody, it's not how I can do for you or how I can sabotage you. It's how can I make you better and bigger. Mm-hmm. And that's what we have embraced in this community, in the plus size community in Toronto. And I'm happy
that's how it should be. Like he did.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Exactly. And and I'm proud to say that I'm a member of the plus size community in Toronto because they embraced my business, they embraced everything, and they welcomed me.
Right.
And it's so nice to have that because you don't get that very often.
Right, and it's important to be around, and like you say, it's important to be around positive people too, because in a lot of ways you can run into closed-minded people, and that's not good at all. But like you said, those type of people are kind of living in their own world, and who knows what negativity they have with themselves. So
that's right.
Exactly.
And I think I'm of the sorry to interrupt you, but I'm of the school of thought where there is power in numbers.
Right.
So it's about collaboration for me and not competition.
Yep.
I think if more people think that way, we could, get to the finish line a lot faster than just one person running a race.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's what it's all about. It's all about coming together and being cohesive. And when people sit there and put people down, you're supposed to sit there and go, "It's okay, honey. You can get better. We can do this." And you're there to help that person to get over the guy who they dumped because they were a jackass.
Exactly.
Right? And that's the whole thing, is how the community comes together.
Right. Now,
and it's wonderful of how people do come together. And I can tell you that also as well as the conference, like the conference is in February, but I do have to tell you that I do a 2016 Diva calendar, plus size Diva calendar.
That's what I wanted to hear about.
Yes, and it is for the plus size women. There's 6 women in it, and because there were 6 women in it, there was 5 others, and then I'm in it because everybody said I'm the face of Curvilicious that I had to be in it.
Of course.
Okay, so I had to be on the first one. Really didn't like that idea, but I did. And so we went and we shot it and everything else, and it's a wonderful calendar. The 5 women, the pictures turned out beautiful, like beautiful. If you've seen them, you'll be, oh my God.
I saw those. They were nice. Yeah, they were nice. I saw them, as a matter of fact.
They were nice. We had an awesome photographer, and everything's donated. The photographer was donated. The girls donated everything, and took the shots and took the day out to go and do that, and it was awesome. Like, we had so much fun shooting this, and in the calendar in the back, there's some outtakes that we took. So we're going to put those pictures on the back of the calendar so people can see them, and of the fun that we had. And so the calendar itself, like, I can tell you, one of the ladies, she's 53, has never ever worn a dress in her life. She's sweat and sweatshirt, never had her hair done, never wore makeup, nothing. But she put on a dress, her hair was done, she had makeup on, and I tell you, she looked wonderful. She looked so pretty. And then after I showed her the picture, she's like, "Are you serious? Is that me?"
Wow.
And I said, "Yes."
Transformed.
Exactly. Like, she's never been on a date. She's never been on a date. And then right after she shot that and I showed her the pictures, she's been on 2 dates since. And it's only been 3 weeks. And
How many dates?
2 in 3 weeks.
I gotta get caught up.
Oh, wow. Holy cow.
It's so nice that she has done this. Like, she showed her kids, and her kids were crying, going, "Oh my God, Mom, you can look like a lady."
Wow.
And she told me the other day she went into Walmart, and because she usually goes and wears the men's clothing, like, because it's more roomier for her. She said, "I was in the women's clothing section, and my daughter asked me, 'Where's my mother? What have you done with her?'"
Wow, look at that.
And she had such a transformation and doing this, and it just opened her eyes that she is a beautiful woman.
I love that.
And
I love stories like that.
and you'll end up meeting her, and she is just so awesome. And just stuff like that way is one instance of the reason why I did the calendar. It's all about self-esteem and building self-esteem, and it's ladies that are in our group. So the people who are in the Club Curvilicious group are the ones who are in the calendar.
Right.
So that's what we're doing, and you have to be from Canada to be in it. So if you want to be in it next year, there's a you can email me on the website, and then we can put all that information, and I can send them all the information where to email and stuff like that way. And the calendars are $19.99, and if you're from the U.S.
price.
Yeah, and if you're from the U.S. with the conversion, it's about $17.50.
Okay.
So in the U.S. And all the money is going to the BCCA, that's the Body Confidence Canada Awards, to help with that. And that takes place every year, September 9th, and it's the International Day of Beauty. So we celebrate us being beauty and all that. So that's the reason. That's one reason.
Right.
Inner and outer beauty is celebrated.
Exactly. And then the other half of the money goes to the National Association to Advance Back Acceptance. That's the NAAFA. And what they do is they go into schools and they educate kids about body size and how, some people, it's medical and it's not because we eat lots. And most of it is because of medical, and some people just want to tone up, some people don't, and people are that way. So they go and do public education and they support it. So that's where the money goes as well. So that's where both of them go. Also on November 29th, here in Toronto, we are having our launch, our calendar launch, where everybody can come out and meet the divas, and that's when we crown our diva of the year. And then she has 2 months in the calendar. So we have a DJ. There's a dance that night and stuff like that way.
And
it's at 946 Danforth Road at the Fox and Crown at 9:30.
and
Okay, I'll be there November 29th.
and there's
And advance tickets are on the website. If you go to herbalicious.canada.com, and you'll see 2015 Diva calendar, and where you can order your calendar as well. So everything is on there, and the launch party, and the events, and everything else.
and you can get the Curvilicious the Curvilicious drink as well.
Pardon me?
The Curvilicious, the drink, the Curvilicious. I saw something about that.
Oh yes, we're having the Curvy Diva.
Yeah.
And it's a mixologist drink that made us. So that's $4. Where even burgers are half price, and the same with wings. So burgers are about $4, burgers and fries. And then wings for a pound is about $4.55.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
It's going to be a good night.
yeah.
I see it already.
So
Yeah.
I spread the word, let everybody know that this is happening, and this is a big thing, because this is, as far as I know, this is the very first plus size calendar ever made.
Oh wow.
And you know what? Congratulations on doing this. That's an amazing achievement. And I think many women out there would like to, thank you for your efforts and just, all the thought that you put into this endeavor is big.
Yeah.
And you're going to create a legacy.
It's all about showing that women can be classy, sexy, and look good, and not to be, because some people have a perception that we are fat and ugly and nothing other.
Right.
And so this is showing you that, you know what, we can look classy, we can look elegant, we can look good. And that's what it's all about. It's looking good and feeling good about ourselves. And that's what it is. And when, and then I already have probably 20 people already going, can I be a next year? So we have to do a diva search, and then I have a team of 5 that pick out the women and stuff like that way. So, that's what happens there.
And
Well, you build it and they will come.
right.
Once you build something on pure intentions, good intentions, they will come and support you.
Exactly.
And I just want to thank you again for coming on the show. Keith,
Yes.
what do you think?
Before I forget, I want to let you know that my friends in Detroit, the Motor City Rubies and Rebels, they're a plus size community out there. They are doing a blanket and coat drive on November 22nd at the Plymouth Crossing from 9 p.m. to 2 p.m. And they're accepting new and gently used blankets and coats.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, and they want to hand it out to the homeless living in the streets of Detroit. So all sizes are welcome. So if anybody is listening and in that area, you can contact the Motor City Rubies and Rebels on Facebook, or you can drop it off at the Plymouth Crossing between 9 p.m. and 2 a.m. on November 22nd.
And
Awesome.
Detroit, if you're listening, follow up with Tracey. Tracey, what's your website so people can find you?
Okay, it's Curvilicious, it's CURVALICIOUS Canada.com. And if they want to find me in Facebook, it's Club Curvilicious Canada. And then you can get me on Twitter as well. It's at @Curvilicious, and Instagram Curvilicious _Canada, or BBM 7F33 C327.
Okay.
Okay.
And you're accessible. Definitely accessible.
I'm very accessible. If you can't remember any of those, you can go to the website. There is a contact form on there, and you can just contact me there, and I will get back in touch with you. And I'm
Sounds
so happy to be a part of this. And
it's wonderful that you're a part of this. Like, I'm so grateful that you agreed to do this. And my event is a non-profit event. I'm not doing anything. I'm doing this from the goodness of my heart and arranging this, and everything is going to go back to the community, whatever's there. So it's not a for-profit event.
all
So
right.
and it's so nice. Yeah. So it's all about doing it for the community, and that's what it's all about.
Okay.
Well, I think it's about that time. What do you think, Keith? I think it's a throwback for Clarke time.
Exactly. And you know what? I have, as a matter of fact, we've got a throwback, Tracy. I think you like this song. As a matter of fact, this.
You think so?
I think she would. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Tracy, look, I know you're gonna start dancing over there when this song come on. Okay. So.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So what are we gonna give him, Keith?
We're gonna give him Sir Mix-a-Lot. And look, let me say this first. Let me go into this first. And this is just proof, and to let everybody know out there, which a lot of the fellas and people already know, that the fellas have been down with the plus size women and more to hold on to and more to grab onto and squeeze and all of that for a long time now. So it's nothing new. That's right. So we are gonna take it back with Sir Mix-a-Lot. Baby got back. Hey, I told you. All right, so that's what's up.
You're listening to Throwback Thursday with Keith Harris and Nikki Clarke on HotlineRadio.net. Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you for having me.
Bye-bye.